Okay guys, testosterone training tips beyond merely training legs to failure, because there's more to it than that. And obviously when you take the overly simplistic approach, it makes for a good tweet, but it doesn't necessarily give you the whole picture. So I'm going to give you the whole picture in this video. If my energy is a bit low, it's because I slept like absolute garbage last night, because it's been the hottest day in the UK so far, and the hottest nights, which make it difficult, especially in this country. But the show goes on. So in terms of testosterone training tips, as I've kind of alluded to, it requires that you must be lifting weights. That's the first thing. Some guys think that cardio is the answer. It's high intensity training, high intensity cardio, hill sprints, that kind of thing, certainly will do to some extent, but not, marathon running that like a lot of people do, or long cycling sessions. So it's lifting weights, and it's lifting weights with your lower body. So squats, deads, and it's compound movements as well. Squats, deads, leg press, dumbbell lunges, it's any sort of hack squat machine, using the Smith bar. The Smithy bar, where it's locked into position, I personally don't like because it's not very natural, but the main point is it will work as long as you're using good technique and safely and everything, and you're stimulating multiple big muscles. Your glutes are the biggest ones, quads, hamstrings are big, your back as a whole, and this is where deadlifts are powerful, because I hit all of this stuff apart from quads, really. Cat's staring at me. But yeah, that's it, and you want good intensity level. Training to failure is ideal on virtually all of those, but deadlifts can be risky. You've got to know what you're doing with deadlifts, otherwise you're probably going to get injured. So with deadlifts, I prefer to go to RPE 9, which means you have 1 rep left in the tank. All the others, RPE 10, which means absolute failure. Your legs are probably shaking. You're going to look like a tomato in the face, veins popping out everywhere. So yeah, that's kind of the philosophy. But you have to plan your training properly. So you have to have days off. You don't want to be training 7 days a week. Days off, at least 1, probably 2 days off per week, allows the cortisol and the prolactin to dissipate. And these are essentially stress hormones. And you probably know by now, if the stress hormones are high, the testosterone starts to gradually get shut off over time. You need the stress hormones to come down. Stress hormones are a symbol to your body that you're under threat. It's a survival threat, potentially. And when your survival's under threat, you're not exactly secreting high levels of testosterone. Let's put it that way. Your body's got other priorities at that point. Survival comes before reproduction. That's the basic bro science, the logic behind it, and it's true. So make sure your body knows that it's surviving and it's not under a threat from a saber-toothed tiger. Keep the stress hormones down, give yourself days off. Magnesium, quality carbs, nutrient-dense foods, not starving yourself, all this stuff plays into it. And I've done other videos on this before, especially when it comes to fat loss and getting shredded, so check out those videos. I suppose I'll link to one at the end. So there's the stress hormone side of things. What else with training? You've also got androgen receptors. This is where training your traps and your neck. Mine look really small on camera, don't they? But when you see me on the reels and shorts, they look quite big. But yeah, traps, neck, so shrugs are a great way straight away. Deadlifts. Training those, and then neck curls and stuff like that, neck side extensions. This will activate the androgen receptors on top of what you're already doing, or what I've already suggested. Doing this stuff, someone was asking on a comment what exactly neck training looks like. It's very, very simple. You don't even need equipment. There's loads of dudes who have all these plates and they strap the neck harness on and they do this really, really awkward like curl using loads and loads of momentum, and it's just a bit silly, really. You always, with your neck, for God's sake, don't injure your neck. It's a weak spot on pretty much any animal. It really mess your neck up, you're kind of screwed. So you want to do it properly. Good technique. You don't need all this equipment. All you have to do is lie on the edge of your bed, or any sort of bench, if you want to do it in public. If you'd rather do it at home, lie on the edge of your bed, use your hand on your forehead like this, use as much resistance as you like as you curl forward, bring your chin toward your chest like that, and you'll really feel the contractions. And then the same thing again from the sides, both sides. And like, you want to use high reps and just practice. You get used to it, and you want to feel like with any sort of resistance training, you want to feel the contractions, you want to feel the muscles around here, the back of the neck and the sides. You want to feel it all contracting. There is no point trying to add weight to some complicated machine just for your own ego, and you're not even feeling the muscles contract. That's absolutely insane. Why would you? Like, no one cares what you neck curl. No one gives a flying. You might as well just use your hand and use as much resistance as you want until it starts to burn. You only need to do a few sets. It's your neck. You don't need loads. You might want to build up over time, but and because it's such a small muscle compared to the rest of you, you can train it pretty frequently, like 4 or 5 times a week, kind of like forearms or something. My forearms look all right up close, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, that's my testosterone training tips. Follow up with creatine, L-carnitine, and plenty of the right foods, of course. But they're the main testosterone training tips. So I was alluding before to the videos where I was talking about cortisol control, and I think the main one where I went into the most detail, it's quite a detailed video, this one right here, but it covers everything. I really talk about how to get the cortisol levels as low as humanly possible, so I think you'll find it useful. Check out that video. I'll see you.